Hello there. Another video here working with the PolyData Tab and some of the different operations you can do. I've created this model within some vascular using path planning, creating segmentations, and then actually creating the model here. And this is a PolyData model, meaning I have triangles all along my surface. It's just points and the connectivity of those points by edges, and this gives me triangles on my surface. And so you can import different PolyData surfaces as well from different softwares using STLs or VTKs. And so some of the different options we have available in some vascular is just global operations. You can do different things all over your surface, such as decimation, decreasing the number of triangles, smoothing, subdividing, and this does it everywhere. So I'm going to click undo. But then also local operations, and there's another video you can check out which shows this tab in more detail. This is kind of complicated how you set up to do this, but is really helpful when you only want to do things on certain portions of your model, say where two vessels branch. And then blend model, this is a new tab that will be in future versions that helps facilitate the local operations. Trimming, so you can actually, if we select our model, show box interactor, we can actually move around with this box, and if we want, say we think this leg is way too long, we want to get rid of it, so we will. And so we go here and we do cut with box, boom, gone. Okay, nice. So we can then get rid of that interactor, but as you can see now, there's a hole there. Just so you know, the buttons I'm clicking on the screen, if I do E, it shows as edges, S as surface, and W as wireframe, which helps kind of just visualize the surface, whether it's the different triangles going on or overall. But now that we've created a hole here, we might want to fill that. So the way we can do that is we go over here to face manipulation, fill holes with IDs. And so now we have this new surface, no name 6, that we can select if we want in our 3D window. Right now I'm displayed as full model. If I want to display as faces, this helps out here. Boom. And I can rename this as Manukeo. Cool. Okay. So that's just trimming. You can also trim by a plane interactor if you want. Box works as well. And then different things within face manipulation. I can combine surfaces. See these two surfaces here, different walls. Maybe for some reason, I don't want different walls. I want them to be together. So I can highlight them both with shift click, and I can do combine selected faces. And so now, if I go here, you can see these are just one face. Pretty cool. And you can remesh selected faces. This isn't really too necessary because within the meshing tab, if you're using TetGen, it does a surface remeshing anyway, but if you desire certain faces to be remeshed, say you don't like how these caps look on your surface model, you can remesh them to a certain size with this remesh selected faces. You can delete selected faces from your model. Say I didn't like that new cap, actually, it was pretty terrible. Boom, I can get rid of it. Gone. Okay. And then, like I showed before, fill holes with ID. You gotta select your surface before you fill. And then for models that have been created outside some vascular, you may need to get faces on your model, you have to identify or do what's called feature extraction. We call it boundary extraction here, but you'd click on your surface, and I'll actually do this here, extract boundaries to give me new faces. And so I've actually come up with 5 different faces on my model based on the 50-degree feature angle. And so I've got this surface here, face here, face here, face here, and then one somewhere else where the triangles on the surface are separated by more than 50 degrees. So you can change this around to get more. If you go down here, you should get more surfaces. And if you go up here, you should get less surfaces. Once again, I'm going to select my model, less surfaces. So that's kind of how that works. And then the last thing is you can do what's called a centerline extraction from your model. You need to have just one wall surface if you want to do this method, or you can have different ones, but when you run extract centerlines, it'll have you select all the walls, and you need to make sure you select all the walls. And that will display with centerlines and a Voronoi diagram of your model. If you want, you can convert these centerlines to path lines, which you can then do segmentation on. If you've already created this model from Synvastor, you already have path lines. And then if you want, there's actually the option here to delete and fill cells. So first, to do that, you have to display your model as a full model. Then you can select different cells on your surface, more with Shift-C, and you can delete selected cells. And that will remove cells from your surface. So a lot of different options available with the PolyData tab. If you have any questions, feel free to post here or on the forums. But hopefully you are having a great time with Synvastor and a great day.